Well, it's 6:30 in the morning. I woke up today a little bit later than usual, and I came out here, and today I'm planting some watermelon. Now, I processed a whole bunch of seeds, but this watermelon just wasn't very good, so I'm just gonna throw the whole watermelon out here. The animals will eat it, and maybe some of them will take root somewhere. I don't want to waste the good seeds on this crappy ground. But it's time to sow right now. It's time to sow. There's a time to sow and a time to reap. There's a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. And now is the time to sow. It's very much the time to sow. For me, here, there's a lot of weeds and thorns and stuff I don't want. But it's time to sow. It's always time to sow. The weeds and thorns, the stuff's always going to be here in the world. There's no getting around it. I mean, there's no getting around it. It's always time to sow truth out there, because it will grow, even if you just kind of throw it out there like I'm about to do today with these melon seeds. Sometimes I just throw it out there, on a whim or whatever. Sometimes I've had enough and I just have to speak. And other times I eat the watermelon and spit the seeds out and put them on the counter and dry them out and get them ready to sow somewhere very good. So that's not what I'm going to do with the hard work I put into drying those seeds out and shaking them, making sure they're not sticking together, and then leaving them out for weeks to dry out completely so they don't get moldy and stuff for next year. And I have a plan to put them in a few places next year on some good ground, but I'm not going to put them out here. Why would I put them out here? Here I'm just going to sow this watermelon. I'm going to leave this watermelon out and put those chunks and throw them out where those bushes are over there. A raccoon will come and eat this, no problem, no second thought. He came over here and ate my sunflower seeds. I didn't think he would do that, but he did. I don't think he liked them because he left the rest of them. Oh no, he ate them all. He came back and ate the rest of them. So, I don't know, maybe life is like that. Maybe sometimes you prepare, get ready, eat the word, read the Bible and study and have the verses memorized. And there's a good time for that, for preparation. You can prepare and you'll have a place to put it, good ground, and it'll prosper a lot more than just throwing out some watermelon chunks. But sometimes God puts you in a place where there's a lot of weeds and there's a lot of stuff that can kill the word, and you just have to throw out what's in your mind. It might not be a Bible verse. It might be paraphrased, but I mean, God gives you what, your memory. You don't remember everything perfectly unless you study it and prepare yourself and everything, which it's very important to prepare yourself, but you can't prepare for every situation. It's impossible. That's why God gives us that verse where Jesus says, don't worry about what you're going to say. Don't even think about it until, God's going to give you what you need to say in that hour. He'll give you the word in that hour that you're supposed to speak it. So, I don't know. A lot of people prepare their speeches. I mean, it's common to prepare a speech, but really, you never know what you're going to say until you start talking. That's what I've learned about talking to people in general. They could bring up something and you never thought of it, what they were going to bring up. So you can never really prepare. But a speech you kind of can, because you're the only one talking, right? Yeah, but Jesus is talking about a speech, isn't he? I believe he's talking about a speech where he says, don't worry about what you're going to say. So I like to think he's talking to me and all of us Christians when he says that. Of course, there's different methods to do things. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring this canister, and I've already put some dug in the ground and put them in the holes over this way, the other by the tent over there. But over here, I'm just going to throw them out because what's going to happen is all these weeds that are low right now, they're going to grow up, and then I'm going to chop them down, and it'll be like a mulch on top of all these seeds. And this looks like some sunflower seeds that I've sown here. I just kind of threw them out here. I think that's the sunflower seeds. That right there, a little tiny thing. So all I'm gonna do is grab this chunk. Oh, alright. That's how I do things sometimes out here. That's how you gotta do things, Just throw them out there. You don't always have what you need. Well, you always have what you need. Sometimes you don't realize. The Lord gives you what you need, Throw something this way. And what's that? Huh? So yeah, that's my head covering. I got it for mosquitoes, and man, these animals out here are ravenous. They're beasts. They're so hungry they're eating leather. This is a leather cat. Sometimes I feel a little bad, but I mean, they got plenty of food out here. Why they eat my leather cat though? Come on, man. They brought that all the way from over there. It looks like they live in one of these holes. See that hole right there? That could be a raccoon right there or something. Could be a bunny rabbit. They might enjoy these watermelons that I put out here. These pieces. And you know what I'm gonna do? I got a little bit left right there. I'm gonna put them like right there. Alright, that's all that is. So that's all I got to say today. That's what I'm doing this morning, and I'll be going back home to the house to maybe eat some breakfast. And that's what I'll be doing. So God have mercy on y'all and me. God have mercy on this whole nation. We all need His mercy. And have a good rest of your day.